the privilege today to share some information with you guys here in the rooms, as well as the people that will be watching our video online, as well as in the DVD that we're going to be preparing for you. The thing I want to talk about today is basically building belief, and that's going to involve not only building belief in yourself, building belief in our company, this industry, as well as our product and what we actually do. Because I really am a firm believer of anything that your mind believes, you can also achieve. You know, and a lot of times I've found that in doing this business for 6 years now, the reason that a lot of people are not successful is because they don't believe in themselves. Okay, they don't believe in their company, they don't believe in the industry, and that's because they have not educated themselves on how to do that. So the first thing that I really think is important in building belief is, number one, building belief in yourself. How many people agree with that?
Right.
You know, that is really the number one thing, is basically to build belief in yourself. Now, part of doing that is something that going on a path of personal development. Now, if you're like me, I was always the kid in school that never liked to read books. You know, if there was a book available for a book report, I always picked the one that was actually going to have cliff notes for it. You know, I was not anybody that would sit there and read through the hundreds of pages, and I definitely was against reading, did not want to read at all. But in my first month in the business, I was fortunate to get in front of several millionaires within our company. And they all had a common thing. And one thing I've learned is that if somebody has something that you want, you really need to listen to what they do and what they say and kind of follow along their path. All right? And one of the things that they told me was all leaders are readers. The more you read, the more you make. You know, you have to, you know, to become more, you know, you have to be more. You know, you have to get more, you have to become more. And a part of that is all through personal development. So with all reluctance involved there, I went out and I took the advice of my sponsor. He told me that the first book you need to read is Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. And there again, Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. I really believe if you're watching this DVD today, Barnes & Nobles should be expecting you on their front doorstep, getting a copy of this book by Mark Yarnell, Your First Year in Network Marketing. Here's the reason for that. And this is actually the copy of the book right here. As you guys can see, it's nice and purple. Okay, lots of stars on it. I learned so much within the first couple of chapters of that, and that is the only reason I'm standing here today with any type of success. Because my second month in the business, guys, I actually started having self-doubts, and I thought I was going to quit, and I didn't think I could keep up with it. I had a lot of friends telling me, no, this isn't going to work. I even had my family telling you, you shouldn't do this business. And I started to listen to them. And I don't know if you've ever listened to someone's advice. You need to be careful about who you're listening to. You need to make sure they're educated on what they're giving you advice on. Because people give you advice all day long, but they don't even know what they're talking about. And I was buying into that. Well, I went out there and I said, you know what, I'm not a quitter. I want to go out there and listen to what these millionaires are telling me. So I went out and bought Your First Year in Network Marketing. And lo and behold, in the first couple of chapters, he started talking about this thing called the rejection rocket. And the rejection rocket basically tells you how your friends and family a lot of times are not going to see it like you are. They're going to tell you, no, you shouldn't do this. They're trying to protect you from something. And I didn't know what they were trying to protect me from, but now I realize they were trying to protect me from making more than them so they could keep me in their little circle around them. And I learned that, hey, guys, I really probably don't need to listen to that. I need to listen to the successors out there. So I started reading that book, and that is why I'm in here today. There's one verse, actually one chapter that I read that actually said something that was very profound to me. The gentleman, Mark Yarnell, that wrote this book, he said that 95% of all people that work with the same network marketing company for 10 years, after 10 years will have a 5-figure monthly residual income with the time freedom to enjoy that. Now I want you to think about that stat. 95% of people who stick with the same company for 10 years will be earning over $10,000 a month. That one statement alone was enough to keep me here, and I will not go anywhere. I haven't even been here 10 years yet. I'm excited about what I'm receiving today, but I cannot wait to see what's going to come around when I'm here 10 years from now. And it all became because I read that book, Your First Year in Network Marketing. It kind of got me prepared for that. The next thing you want to do is get into listening to audio CDs. How many people drive to work, drive around at all? Listen to a lot of music and stuff like that. It goes in one ear, out the other. But one thing I started to do was I replaced my music with personal development. The first thing that I got that was extremely important to the success of my business is the Power Training by Jeff Olson. All right, and you actually can call Video Plus and get can get the Power Training with Jeff Olson. It's a 3-disc set that tells you the how-tos. Your First Year network marketing tells you how you need to think. Okay, Power Training by Jeff Olson tells you exactly what you needed to do. And as I was going to work back and forth every day, okay, I started getting myself prepared for what I needed to do to have success in this business. Had I not listened to that Power Training, guys, I probably wouldn't still be standing here today having the success I've been fortunate enough to have. Okay, and that listening to audios and reading good books are a lot about personal development. And for those of you, does anybody else know that the negative people out there in the world today? You know, you get around them, all they have is a lot of negative stuff to say. Well, that's because they don't have any personal development. You know, so those are not the people you want to be around. So part of being personally developed is being around individuals that are positive. That is actually, you need to be careful about the crowd you surround yourself with. That's all part of becoming a believer. The next thing I want to talk about, like to read people's success. There's a book called Profiles of Success. It's done every year. And there's actually, in our company, literally hundreds and hundreds of people right here in this book. Their stories of rags to riches. You know, people that already had a lot of success. They got in this business making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. You know, making fortunes virtually because because of the time that they've put into this company. Right here, there's over 400-something stories of people making virtually a six-figure income working from home. Kids that were 18 years old when they got started, now making over $100,000 a year. People that were already millionaires that got in this business now become millionaires in prepaid legal. There's even stories in here that I've had people that are bankrupt, you know, had no cars, no homes, didn't know what they were going to do, where they're going to get their next meal from, had a lot of success in the business. And I learned that from the Profiles of Success. And you can learn all about their backgrounds and how they've become successful guys. And for those of you that are really visual like myself, has anyone ever seen MTV Cribs? Anybody ever seen that before? Yeah. MTV Cribs, right? Great show. You're like, wow, I'd like to live in something like that. But you're like, you know, I don't play basketball, so I'll never be able to have that. You know, or I'm not an actor, I'll never be able to be on TV to be able to achieve that. You know, I don't sing music, you know, so I'm never going to be able to achieve what they have. So it's kind of like you're dreaming and living in someone else's dream, but you're sitting there watching them from the other side of the television, actually knowing you're never going to be able to have what they have doing what you're already doing, because you can't do what they do. But within prepaid legal, we have something, it's called the Lifestyles video. Okay, and it is like an MTV Cribs for prepaid legal. People that live in huge million-dollar homes, and all they do is prepaid legal. The cool thing about you sitting there watching this from your television, you know that you do what they do, and you can have what they have because that's the same business that you're in. And that is really what's going to build your belief. The next thing I'm going to piggyback on right here to kind of finish it out is use the product yourself. That is the #1 thing that you need to do when you become a member of Prepaid Legal and become an associate, is use the membership, build belief in the law firms, understand how wonderful and how fabulous they are, okay? Because you need to know that you're going to be able to deliver good service. And if you believe in your product, it's really good to portray that belief onto other people. And if you portray that belief on them, you know, there's not really a sale being made, it's more or less a transference of belief. But you can never tell somebody how great it's going to be without you actually using it yourself. How many people agree with that? Absolutely. You know, so get your wills done. Call the law firm, ask questions, and see what they can do to help you out with any situations. You know, one thing, I want to tell you one story that helped me out, and I'm going to kind of finish it up with that. I was in a car accident, and it was not my fault. I got rear-ended. I actually had over $1,800 worth of damage done to my car. Okay, I had $1,500 in doctor bills. The insurance company, the guy that hit me, rear-ended me, okay, they denied the claim and said, we are not going to be able to pay for this. So I had an $1,800 repair bill before I could pick up my car, $1,500 in doctor bills. The insurance company said, sorry, this is a no-fault accident. There's nothing we can do for you. Well, as a prepaid legal member, guys, I picked up the phone. I talked to my attorney. He immediately made one phone call over to the insurance company. And the same insurance company, okay, and I won't mention them for professional reasons, but the same insurance company that said they would do nothing for me, after hearing from my attorney, Kemper Auto Insurance Company, overnighted me a check for $1,800 to get my car out of the body shop, pay for my doctor and hospital bills, and sent me several $1,000s in extra money for pain and suffering. Guys, this product works. Yes. Believe in yourself.